The conference room went completely silent when the chairman smiled and announced that the promotion everyone had expected to go to the company's top performer would instead go to his own daughter. Every pair of eyes slowly turned toward Daniel Carter, a single father who had spent 3 years breaking every sales record the company had. He didn't argue. He didn't raise his voice. He simply smiled, gathered his notebook, thanked everyone for the opportunity, and quietly walked out the door. No one imagined that 3 years later, those same executives would be standing outside Daniel's office, hoping he would give them just 5 minutes of his time. Sometimes life has a way of rewarding kindness when power and favoritism fail. Before we begin, welcome to Heartline Stories. If stories that inspire your heart and remind you that kindness still exists mean something to you, please subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment telling us where you're watching from. Your support helps our channel share more meaningful stories with people around the world. Daniel Carter was the kind of employee every company dreamed of having. He was always the first one to arrive and often the last one to leave. His co-workers admired him because he never kept his success to himself. Whenever a new salesperson struggled, Daniel would spend his lunch break teaching them techniques that had helped him become the company's #1 seller. Life hadn't been easy for Daniel. After losing his wife to cancer, he became the only parent to his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. Every morning he packed her lunch, drove her to school, and rushed to work with a smile on his face. His daughter was the reason he never gave up. For 3 straight years, Daniel had been the company's top salesperson. Customers trusted him because he treated them like family instead of numbers. He remembered birthdays, checked in after every sale, and made sure every customer felt valued. His kindness built relationships that no sales strategy could replace. Everyone believed Daniel would become regional sales director. Even managers whispered that no one deserved it more. Promotion day finally arrived. Employees filled the conference room, excited to celebrate Daniel's success. The chairman, Richard Bennett, stepped onto the stage with a proud smile. "We're pleased to announce our new regional sales director," he said. Daniel looked toward the stage with quiet hope. "The position will go to my daughter, Emily Bennett." The room froze. Emily had only worked at the company for 8 months. Her sales numbers were average, and she had little management experience. Nobody clapped. Daniel noticed Emily looking embarrassed. Instead of making things worse, he stood up first and applauded. "Congratulations, Emily," he said warmly. "I truly hope you succeed." His kindness surprised everyone. That afternoon, Daniel quietly packed the few personal items from his desk. His closest friend asked, "Are you really leaving?" Daniel smiled gently. "I'm not leaving because I lost a promotion," he replied. "I'm leaving because respect matters more than titles." Before walking out, Daniel shook hands with everyone, even the chairman. "Thank you for the opportunity," he said sincerely. No bitterness. No anger. Just dignity. Finding another job wasn't easy. Daniel had bills to pay and a daughter depending on him. For months he worked as an independent consultant, helping small businesses improve their sales. Some days he barely earned enough to cover groceries. Still, he never complained. Whenever another struggling business owner asked for advice they couldn't afford, Daniel often helped them for free. Someday, he would tell Lily, kindness always finds its way home. Lily believed every word. One small family-owned furniture store became Daniel's first major client. The owners couldn't pay much, but Daniel treated them like they were his biggest customer. Sales doubled within a year. Then another company hired him. And another. Word spread quickly. People didn't just hire Daniel because he understood business. They hired him because he genuinely cared about people. 3 years later, Daniel had built one of the fastest-growing consulting firms in the country. His company helped hundreds of small businesses succeed without sacrificing honesty or compassion. Every employee received fair pay. Every parent had flexible hours. Every new hire received personal mentoring. Daniel created the workplace he had once wished existed. Meanwhile, his former company struggled. Customers were leaving. Top employees resigned. Emily had tried her best, but leadership required more than a famous last name. Finally, the chairman admitted his mistake. One rainy afternoon, Richard Bennett and Emily walked into Daniel's beautiful office. The receptionist smiled. "Do you have an appointment?" Richard quietly answered, "No." She disappeared for a moment before returning. "Mr. Carter will see you." Daniel welcomed them with the same warm smile he had shown years earlier. "It's good to see both of you," he said. Richard looked around the office. Photos of happy employees covered the walls. Awards recognized the company for ethical leadership and community service. Richard lowered his eyes. "I made the biggest mistake of my career," he admitted. "I chose family over fairness." Daniel remained silent. "I've come to ask if you'll return as CEO. The company needs someone people trust." Emily spoke next. "I'm sorry," she said softly. "I accepted something I hadn't earned." Daniel looked at both of them for a long moment. Then he smiled. "I forgave both of you a long time ago." Richard looked hopeful. "So, you'll come back?" Daniel gently shook his head. "No." The chairman's shoulders dropped. Daniel continued kindly. "I don't belong there anymore. My purpose is here, helping businesses grow with integrity. But I'll help you rebuild." Richard looked confused. "You still want to help us?" Daniel nodded. "People deserve second chances. Companies do too." For the next 6 months, Daniel worked beside his former company as a consultant. He trained managers, rebuilt customer relationships, and created fair promotion policies. He refused to accept a large consulting fee. Instead, he requested that the money be used to create scholarships for employees' children. Lily smiled proudly when she heard about it. "You always keep your promise," she told her father. "What promise?" Daniel asked. "That kindness always finds its way home." Daniel hugged his daughter tightly. Years later, the scholarship program helped hundreds of children attend college. Many of those students returned to become leaders who valued fairness over favoritism. Daniel never became famous because he chased success. He became unforgettable because he never stopped choosing kindness, even when life treated him unfairly. The greatest victories aren't won by getting even. They're won by becoming the kind of person disappointment cannot change. Kindness may not reward you immediately, but it builds a future that bitterness never can. So wherever you are today, choose compassion, choose honesty, and choose hope. You never know whose life you might change or how your own life might be transformed because of one simple act of kindness.